You have to be quiet so as not to disturb the Romanian hobbits.
I think there's a genuine Romanian hobbit in here. On a serious note though, they used to build these houses in the region of Oltenia where very harsh weather happened, and it still happens today. They were built in the ground, partly in the ground, so as to keep them cool in the summer and warm in winter. And yes, they do resemble the hobbits' houses, but in Romania they were historically called bordeie. One of them has a carved entrance with also some stylized goat heads. This is our last full day in Bucharest, and we decided to start it at the village museum and then go and explore Herastrau park. Both of them will take us a couple of hours to just have a look around. The village museum exhibits hundreds of houses, and we will take you on a tour through the history of the countryside in Romania. We start here by the entrance with this house, which is one of my favorites in the whole of the village museum. It comes from the Danube Delta and the seaside. As you can see, it has blue paint all over because of the seaside inspiration. Let's get started then. This is partly a living museum. With some houses you can find poultry living in the backyard, or like this lot of medicinal plants used for treating different ailments in the countryside for centuries. By this house we also have a pantry.
This is like something out of Skyrim. Just imagine a smith or a leather working there.
It takes Adrian back to his fantasy games he plays. I'm having a look at what stairs Adrian has used. I don't know, would you climb that way? Let me introduce you next to the corn barn. In some regions of the country it is kept on the ground, as you can see here. In my region it's placed usually on top of the pigsty. The village museum is also a paradise for cats. Kitty, 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 kitty. This house is from my region of Banat, and many buildings there in the countryside look just like this today. It's a combination of German, Serbian, Romanian and Hungarian architecture all together. Unfortunately, this one is undergoing renovation now, but I think that's probably a good thing. It's being well kept, and we might visit it again next year. This smells like I remember old houses from the countryside where I am from. Although this is from Moldavia, but still there's a certain cool old smell about it, like old wood and clay and old fabric. And it's very pleasant to me. So in one of these like big rooms they used to sit around at winter, to just gather in one of the households and sit on these like long benches, and the women were like weaving and they were drinking, sharing food, singing, telling fairy tales. Stoves usually were built or connected to the wall because it's a way to heat up the walls as well.
Yep.
So actually the warmth goes around everywhere.
And you used to have a stove in your own house, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
So
And that's actually built of clay, because again, the clay is a thick layer of clay and it preserves the heat.
yeah.
And of course, the outdoors bread oven. Many big houses such as this used to have cellars, very important for keeping wine, dairy and the vegetables over winter. If you are into photography, this place is for you. We just used this porch and Adrian took a few photos of me while I was posing around it. It's good fun. Come and do it yourselves. To sit on these little benches used to be the favorite pastime for elderly ladies. They had to be outdoors to see and be able to gossip about everything that was moving in the village. They couldn't miss a thing. They were the news channel of the old traditional village. If you have cash on you, you can eat and drink at this historical inn called At the Barrier. It originates from the 19th century and it was moved just like every building here, piece by piece, as it was originally, and now it functions as a restaurant. And you can see behind me the old wine barrels, and they also show how they used to produce the wine just behind me on this side. You could find this type of a Christian art on the side of the roads, at crossroads. This is just another house from Transylvania, and the temperature in here is so constant. It's protected from the rain, it's protected from the wind. I bet you if there was scorching sun out there, it would still be nice and pleasant. You can just sit here and enjoy whatever.
And it keeps the heat in as well, even though it's colder.
Absolutely, absolutely. If it's cold outside, in autumn, for example, you can sit here and still preserve the heating from the house and the wood.
I can feel it.
Absolutely. You know, if they took the corn back in September, there's a big custom of bringing the corn back and storing it, getting all the leaves off the corn cob. All the young people have to do that, and then you store it away, and then in the evening, just come and sit here and enjoy, have a bit of a lemonade for children. We are now heading out of the village museum. We sheltered here from the rain we just started. The weather is still nice, the temperature compared to the UK, it's still summer temperature. And we will probably wait for the rain to stop and go and see a bit of Herastrau Park.
Hi, say hi.
Our drinks have arrived, this huge lemonade for me. We are sitting here with my friend Anna at Hanul lui Manuk, the historical inn in Bucharest. Unfortunately, it is raining, but we will enjoy some great food and hopefully some great traditional dancing and music show. And this is how I will conclude this vlog for Bucharest today.